Man, I'm super excited. Our team has been preparing for this moment since the summer. My coaches did a phenomenal job in recruiting us a great class to come in and bring the trophy back home. We have not lost the feeling of what we had from last year this time when Southern upset us in a tournament. But I just want to take my hat off to Alcorn. Alcorn, to get to the championship game, they were very composed. They were a great team. They played their pace. You couldn't speed them up. Alcorn did a phenomenal job. Nate, the head coach, he did a great job in coaching his players and keeping his composure. And so I just want to congratulate them for getting to this point. And I'm just extremely proud of my players. We challenged our players to get on the boards and rebound the ball. And I see we were almost at 60 rebounds. Last night we had 55, and we told the players if you can average more than 50 rebounds a game, you're unstoppable. So I'm just really proud of our efforts on the boards.
Maya, what are your thoughts on the game?
There's so many thoughts running through my head right now. Like Coach said, the main emphasis for this game was just get on the boards. Really, the main emphasis for the last couple of games was to get on the boards. We understand that we're an athletic team, and we're better when we're rebounding, not just scoring, but defending and rebounding. That's our identity, and we executed that this whole tournament. So,
open up for questions.
Coach, one of the biggest things, and we talked about it at halftime, as people were looking, your big person in the middle, Angel, she changes this game. I mean, you're going into the tournament, that's going to be something big for you guys. Can you speak on what she brings to you guys?
Yeah, I'm really proud of Angel. Our program has been really fortunate and extremely blessed to have a big on the inside who can protect the rim. And when we got Angel, we were extremely excited. She's just talented. Like, that's just her knack. That's what she does, block shots and protect the rim. And she has been a great addition for us. Her down the stretch is going to be really important, especially against the schools with the bigger post players. And so we're going to need her to continue to protect the rim. But she's also just as good offensively, being able to score away from the basket, being able to score at the basket, and creating for others. So she's just a dynamic player, all-around player for us, and she has been extreme for us on the block.
Maya, given how last year you had to overcome injuries to get healthy for this year, what does this moment mean for you personally to get back to this winning stage and to be the leader of this team, especially as the year went on and you got your feet up under you and this team got moved?
oh man, as you can see, I've been crying since we won. Coming into this year, it was a lot of ups and downs for me, as it was last year. But Coach Reed just made sure I just kept a level head, made sure I just kept pushing. Especially this year, they emphasized that I was the leader. And sometimes it can be hard to accept that role because that involves doing a lot of the little things that everybody doesn't do. Not saying they don't do it, they do it. But I made sure to put emphasis on becoming the defender on this team, guarding the best player every game. I wanted the best player every game, rebounding every game, just working through trials and tribulations. It's amazing. Like, I'm really holding back tears right now.
Coach Reed, you had the opportunity to get here your first season, but you didn't win the first year. Obviously, you haven't forgot about not winning, getting put out in the semifinals last year. How does this one feel, just knowing you get that redemption back?
I'm just really, I can't really explain to you. Like, this is something that when we lost last year, I had nightmares. I missed a lot of sleepless nights. And, I would tell my players about my dream. I had a dream that Southern took the trophy out of my house. It was just tough, couldn't sleep. And this has been our driving force all year. And I told my players in the locker room, we worked too hard to let it go. We've come too far to let this one slip away. And so this team is so special. This is a very special team. We've been through a lot of challenges. People don't see the tough parts of the team and what we've gone through. But we've grown through it together. And the guards on this team are dynamic. Maya Crump has been the Batman. She's been the leader. She's been the glue. She's been the player that's going to play all positions, defend all positions. I mean, she was the player that we missed last year having. And so I'm just proud of all of our players. This is just a really special moment.
This is a question for both of you, if I could. 21-0, undefeated conference play.
how does a team do that this year, let alone multiple times at this point?
For one, we never looked at the record. Every game, it was always 1-0. We played every game, starting the game like we was down by 20. We never took any opponent for granted. We prepared for everybody, almost not the same, but we put emphasis on every team instead of certain teams. But yeah, we was 1-0 the whole season.
Charles. Coach Reed, the city of Jackson has a long storied history of great basketball. For historical purposes, what does it mean to add your name to this tapestry of Jackson basketball, Mississippi basketball? Being the heart of football country, there's great basketball that's played in the city of Jackson.
It's a blessing. I never really, I never sought out for my name to be, at the top with all the big names. I just wanted to turn a program around. I wanted to turn a program around that had been failing, a program I've seen a lot of success, previously, and I just wanted to get it back to where it was. And never did I think it would be like it is right now, and I'm just extremely thankful. And our athletic director, Ashley Robinson, every year we raise the bar, he's raised the bar. He's provided what we need to be successful. And he makes it worthwhile for us to come out and be great. And I remember when I took the job, I told him I want the court named after me. I hope I'm getting close to that. But his response was, "Give me 10,000, I'll name anything after you." But it feels great to be able to do it in the city in which I was raised. I grew up looking at Jackson State. As a kid, I grew up listening to the Boom. I grew up at the basketball games, the football games, and to be considered amongst the greats, I can't. I'm overwhelmed.
Coach, not to get too far ahead, you were talking about redemption. And last time you guys were in the tournament, you almost upset LSU. So I know redemption is going to be on your mind. A little more basketball to play, but just talk about this opportunity again to have JSU on the national stage, and to prove yourself once again on that stage, if you will. Just talk about the opportunity that this championship presents to this team.
Going into the last game that we had in the NCAA tournament, we were calm, and I think right now we will be calm as well, and that's really important. Whoever we play, we're just going to go in and be competitive. We're going to have a good game plan, and we're going to be competitive and keep our composure. And we're going to make sure we prepare for the team that's before us. But nevertheless, it's really important. I learned from that last game. That last game was on my mind for an entire year, because I really felt like that was one we shouldn't let go. So now I know, what to do, what mistakes, how to correct them, the adjustments that needed to be made. And so I'm excited. I'm excited for this next run. I'm just eager to see where we end up, what seed we end up in. That's going to be really important. And so hopefully the work we've done, the record that we have, will put us up at a 10 or 11, 12 seed.
Ken?
That's perfect lead into the question I was about to ask you with respect to seeding, because before the tournament started, your team was the presumptive favorite to win it all, and even included an a vote in the AP voting. What are your thoughts of the potential of being seeded? There have been some who said you should be higher than a 15, higher than or maybe even a 14. What are your thoughts about the seeding and where you think this team should be seeded?
I think we have elevated the game in terms of HBCU, our women's basketball team. We've had net rankings of 770s, 92. I mean, we've been playing good basketball. We've been in big games, and I'm just hoping now our program is respected. Where we don't have to come in at a 15 seed. It's a new day. Again, I said last time after we played LSU, the transfer portal even the playing field. And so we have those players on our team that's on the, the Power 5 teams. And so I think, give us a good seed and see what we can do. But it's really hard to come in and make something happen and make history when you come in at a 15, 16 seed.
Last question goes to Nia.
Coach, tomorrow's selection show, obviously you guys shower, head back to Jackson. So we've talked about seeding, but talk about recovery a bit, because that's going to be a big thing, obviously, going into this next game, going into the tournament. Tell me about that. I know Maya had a couple, she was holding her back a little bit, but just talk about the importance of recovery going into this tournament.
We have a really good athletic training. We have some people who work with the program in terms of our chiropractors, and we'll get our players in some chambers, some ice chambers. We'll, make sure we get some massages. We'll take it easy for the next couple of days, but they know we got to get after it because we will be ready. And so it's really important that we do get that recovery, that rest. We'll make sure that the girls are hydrated, pumping the vitamins into them and stuff like that. But we will take today and the next few days to make sure that they are getting recovered. Also, towards the end of the game, I try to pull them out to kind of save them a little bit against Alcorn so they won't wear themselves out. Yeah.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay. Thank you, guys.